last time, y'all definitely went on a stealth mission.
Yes.
We were very stealthy.
Very
Well,
good. I don't think it was actually a stealth mission. I think it was like a negotiation.
Yes, it was.
Which just kind of turned into you burning everything down and intimidating them. But it worked because the
I
goblins.
burned nothing. I just
Yeah.
looted.
The goblins yearn for cruelty, so it kind of worked in your favor.
Even if
They
it's
yearn for
cruelty
the
against
mines
themselves.
indeed.
Yes, they yearn for the mines.
Thankfully, we have lots of mines.
Yeah. They yearn for the minefields.
Just like small Vietnamese children.
Oh no.
So you did that. You
We're
got the
glad we
goblin
have no
army.
viewers.
Yes. So the goblin army has deforested the 3 trees on your island in
Yes.
order to make it their home. And you went up a tier because you successfully completed. You successfully
Oh, thanks.
decimated another
Yes.
faction, and you completed a step of your master plan. Things are moving quite along. You all did a bunch of downtime in which I think you completed some of the rooms around the place.
I think so, yeah.
Fun done.
Pizza Billy went up a tier.
Oh, yes.
The ingot trap is 1 step away from being complete.
I believe last week was the week I enhanced the cheese,
That sounds
and
right.
we added a hat to the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
We got
We
the
did a
goblin.
lot.
We got the goblin mound.
Yes.
We always do a lot. Like we go out
And the
fuck
mimic.
up for like 5 minutes and then we come home and we build shit for 3
Yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This game was inspired by, I don't remember
Dungeon
the name
Keeper?
Of the game now. Dungeon Keeper, that sounds right. So it was all, the dungeon keeping part of the game
Yes.
definitely was one of the larger parts. And then when your dungeon gets invaded, you still get to use your abilities and fun
Yeah.
character things to fight people off. But,
We get to be
Yes.
the dungeon masters in a very literal sense.
yes, and you guys definitely leaned into downtime, so it makes sense to get a lot done during
Yes.
downtime. Cool. So, this time, what's the plan? What's your new target? The current step of your, the next step of your goal is to
Perfect the dungeon now, right?
Yes.
So we
I
How is
think
this not
we
perfect?
gotta figure out what perfect the dungeon means.
find another room that's dope.
Yeah, but like, perfect implies we're done. Which is an issue when we've just been like hardcore adding as many things as possible. So like, there's gotta be some point where, yeah, we're probably gonna do like some little renovations here or there, but like realistically, we're not looking to add anything more on. And we
Well, our thing is to
determined that
own all the wealth, so we need to build a vault.
that makes sense. Like, once we have the vault,
That's a good idea.
that is now just the thing that allows us to now take everybody's.
Everything we've been doing now is protections for the vault.
Yeah. That makes sense. Do we build the vault behind the sanctum then? Is that like the capstone of our everything?
Possibly. I'm double checking. Okay, so a tier 4 creature
Mm-hmm.
is the highest tier creature you can
Yep.
acquire. And you get one of those by ranking up to tier 4.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe just going up a tier could be part of your master plan.
Right.
However that works out. Getting a vault, going up a tier, just, figuring out what you want your ultimate creature to be and then
Yeah.
pursuing it. It's going to be fun. Your most powerful creature.
Hmm.
Money golem.
I do really like that.
The ingot golem, it's all
Ultra
it's-
greed from Binding of Isaac.
Yes. It's ingot powered.
Yes.
Every time we get more treasure, we just add the treasure to
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
And he lives in the vault.
congratulations! You got to the vault. Have fun fighting the treasure.
That's the
That's
plan.
pretty good.
I need to go out gambling. Give me your finger gold.
I'm very down with that.
That is a real power move to put your vault of treasure in front of your lair, so when
Yes.
you go through the treasure into your lair. It's pretty good. Like, we did it, we reached the end, here's the treasure.
I mean,
Yeah. Congratulations, second phase.
We need to take down Farmville. Those uppity bastards have had it too good for too long.
Yeah.
You could see that as well as, maybe unintentionally, depending on your motivations, undermining a very strong source of wealth for UPS. That's your next goal after this goal, to dismantle UPS.
I think what we should do is launch a scouting mission on the Holy Order, because they talk some shit. We don't even know who the hell.
Yeah.
They've been
But
watching.
like,
But what I want to know is, do they have money?
mm-hmm.
Because Holy Order sounds like they have a bunch of gold
Well,
idols and iconography
right.
and shit that we
They
can
probably
just
need to
steal.
spend a lot of money on spell components to glow that much.
I immediately think Vatican and Pope, and that's some
Mhm.
opulent shit.
Yeah, they probably got like relics and stuff. They just be coating people in gold and sticking them in a glass case.
So we should go
They
there
already have gold golems.
and ascertain their strengths and weaknesses and monetary
Yeah,
situation.
but yeah,
That may not necessarily advance our master plan, but it is something we should do.
do do other people have like what are other people's thoughts about vaults with Wealth Golem as our like capstone of perfecting the dungeon? Thank you.
I'm for it. It was literally my idea.
Yes. Well, that's good that you're supporting it then.
Is there a
Wealth
vault?
Golem does sound like an admirable cause.
I assume there is.
Right.
I assume there's some kind of vault, like.
Plus,
I
it makes
believe-
it, more difficult for UPS to try and tax us if our money is actually a golem.
Yeah, head right in. Go pick it up from our vault.
Yeah.
Let's see. They describe tier 1 and 2 rooms and structures.
They can't make us pay with a living thing. That brings up all kind of ethical dilemmas.
They're the UPS. They don't give a shit about ethics.
I'm sure I have other
Yeah, I'm just-
kinds
You're
of.
confusing that with the USPS.
Well, I have lots of empty class sheets here. Not so much
Oh,
the
that's cool.
other dungeon sheets.
Yeah, I don't see specifically a vault,
Oh, it's a doorway.
but we could just make one up.
Yeah.
It's just a creature room with a really
It could
big
just be the
block.
creature room, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
There's any medicine here.
Plenty of more creature rooms that also have a bonus thing, and this is like our last thing. So what if its bonus is every gold counts as 2 gold?
Oh goodness, that would be broken.
I think your only creature that came with a bonus was the dragon, and that's because the room came with a
Yeah.
dragon rather than the other way around. But if we want to find a different room that comes with a creature, that might exist.
There's gotta be in this, like, archetypical dungeon thing a dragon sitting on a hoard of gold thing. Unless that's just
There
implied to
is.
be every creature room.
But it's a little different.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get too deep into some of the advanced rules when we were just starting learning this, but one of the player classes you can play as is a dragon on a board as well.
That's amazing.
So you would lead the dungeon
Yeah.
obsession. Because they wouldn't relegate that to one of your minions.
Yeah.
You would be the dragon. There's also, like, you could be a beholder and a few other, like,
Ooh, that's
weird
cool.
things. Yeah.
I mean, is that a class, or is it just like a suggestion for what you are?
They're kind of both. I could try to find them again.
Because if the Dragon Horde class thing, we can just pull a bonus that sounds like a room bonus, and the room can just give us that.
Mm.
Because it sounds like we have some Treasure Horde based things.
Yeah, potentially. Because there are 6 rooms that act as a creature. So we can pursue one of these. The Academy doesn't sound quite right. You can choose, instead of getting your Strapped upgrade from that room, whenever
Yeah.
you grab minions, they could have Invoke instead. And the Adept upgrade. The Dojo improves your teamwork.
Hmm.
You already have the gambling down.
Maybe it just has the benefit of the imps being fine with it being close to our sanctum because it's where the heart of our treasure is, despite being like one of our strongest things.
Possibly.
Or is that like too much just blandly skipping mechanics?
I mean, they love it when our strong things is next door. Sanctum.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Here's a
I'm done.
potential fun one. It's a little different from what we were
Yeah.
thinking, but It already exists in the game. The temple dungeon type has the dormitory, which says, fresh cultists flock to serve your god. You can recruit minions from this room. They always have your god's favorite action chosen when this room is built, and their primary action starts as their primary action, and start with the Mindset Zealous upgrade for free. This room also acts as a creature with a tier equal to dungeon tier. It could be fun if you want to lean into the
Yeah.
cool stuff. It's not quite treasury.
2 of us already have companion minions, so that it's not really something we could like fully lean into if we were trying to make use of them. If that makes any sense.
There's a bestiary. You can choose the form of your mounts you get from it, and they act as a creature. So you could have treasure gold on mounts.
I do like that.
I mean, I have a ship.
I do kind of like the idea of coming up with a new custom room, though, if we want.
Mhm.
My mount is a pogo stick.
Excellent.
Mine's a bear.
Maybe, so instead of every gold counting as 2, this group has had a real reoccurring issue of overcapping dark arts. So maybe, what if we have the vault is a room that whenever somebody would overcap their dark arts, 1 gold gets added to the vault instead. And that's
Well, I
how we
really
get
like
source
that.
everybody could draw from.
That sounds very flavorful and something we would absolutely make
Because
use
you
of.
store gold in it, right?
Uh-huh.
So, other thoughts?
No, yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's unanimous. Okay, so you guys can start working on a vault if someone wants to
Alright.
clock their sheet.
I'll do it.
And
I have
I
an
guess
empty clock.
I guess the is the secret ingredient the mountains? The mountains of treasure to put in it, or is it some sort of animating component for the golems? What's the?
I think an animating component makes the most sense. That's what I was thinking
I
of.
like that.
Because we can shove just like all the treasure in there. We need a core to make it go.
Do you only have 1 empty clock?
Yeah.
Because I have 2 empty clocks.
It's too late.
Nice.
The other clock is to finish the chicken drawing.
What if we put Pizza Billy in the middle? No, we need something we don't have.
The chicken drum really fits my theme of inventing things that are mind-blowing breakthroughs in science or technology and then using it wrong. Because I
What if
invented
we need-
robotics and AI and remote controls
And
to drop
guns.
chickens on people.
What if we need an idol from the Holy Order?
Ooh, that might work. Potentially. I like that idea. We also haven't messed with IHOP much.
That's correct.
And we could just keep ignoring them in the corner, just not have them be part of the story, that's fine.
They are my trading partners. Let's
Yes,
they're
yes, that's
they're
fair.
doing their own orphan thing down there. We don't.
Although we could build this golem out of orphans.
We
take
could.
it out the
True.
orphanage. That would be
That
easier.
would be,
Now we
Orphans
gotta
are
make it out.
renowned to be rich.
Yeah, they're not.
They all have inheritances that evil counts are trying to steal.
No, I think
That's
that's
true.
just the one.
Maybe. You might be right.
I wouldn't consider orphans to be traditionally pro-money. I think if we make a golem out of orphans, it's going to bleed money. Poverty golem.
Oh, let me write down the room idea so I don't forget.
every orphan story ends up with the orphans being wealthy in the end.
Yes.
Absolutely not in this group.
Yes.
They
No,
all
they end up
die
dead.
horrible, easily avoidable death.
Have you ever heard of life
Excuse me,
insurance?
mine are running a casino. If you train them properly,
Yours are in a
Another
casino.
problem.
Yours are pirates. They're both very wealthy.
They did well for themselves.
You're completely ignoring the hundreds that she got killed.
Natural selection.
hey,
That wasn't
I
natural.
bought 2 orphans. I successfully reared 2 orphans up to be entrepreneurs.
He has 100% success rate.
We calculated the eggs and poisoned a bunch with mushrooms, and then
To
they
be fair,
became
most-
pirates and probably
Most of the
died.
orphan player characters ended up dead too. So. Yeah.
They're orphans. They were going to die anyway. It's fine.
Most
It's not
people do
true.
at some point. except for the elves.
Bastards. Knife-eared pricks.
Okay, I got you called. It is your revelry.
Yeah, Ferdinand, I was trying to explain to one of my coworkers, the Solaire incarnation from your campaign. And as opposed to the drunkard from Taylor's campaign.
Threw himself in a pot. Got obliterated by a mosquito god.
That wasn't the part I was telling him about.
You shouldn't tell people that.
I was more leading into the, whispering terrifying things in your ear aspect.
It was creepy.
And just think, he never got to torture those two poor children.
Oh no.
Oh no. Alright, I've recorded the vault.
I still have that document.
He had a whole script
Thank
written
you.
down. It was creepy as hell.
No.
At some point, someone needs to go out into the sewer and explain to those children, we had someone that was going to come torture you, but like,
You got lucky, punk.
mosquito god obliterated their soul or something.
Well,
so
that's
we're
how you
gonna
get
have to
mosquito
let you go.
cultists.
True. Okay, so we have an idea for the Holy Order, which I like better than I help because at least the Holy Order's been involved somehow. Any other ideas for where this golem animating idol or whatever thing might come from?
Let's shop around.
Shop around a little bit. Anyone have any contacts they want to reach out to?
We only have the one contact.
And my only contact
We've
is
got
the
a couple. We
Lobfather,
got the
and I'm not sure he's
Lobfather
alive.
and also Gilly Bateman.
Yes.
I wonder if there's like a magical golden goldfish in Carp Town.
You guys technically have not a contact, but trade relations with the Dark Elves.
That's also true. I bet they know how to put people's souls in things.
Probably.
We know how to put people's souls in things.
That's fair.
You technically can contact
Would you
the
like to
UPS
eat the
with
ghost
it.
of Gilly Bateman?
We need to make this golem without ghosts, so
That's
that
heresy.
it is the embodiment of money and not someone in control of our money.
Gilly Bateman's wealthy.
Have you never heard of A Christmas Carol? Ghosts and money are very tightly tied together.
They need to just leave.
It would be very funny if we like made use of a lot of UPS's services, implying that we're just adding to our tab with absolutely zero intention of ever paying any of it off.
That would be pretty funny. You could steal Gilly Bateman's soul. That could be a good one for us.
I think we should just feed it to the golem after we make the golem.
Does the
Although-
Goblin Kingdom have any like treasure that we can go acquire?
Well, we have all of it
It's
now.
okay. Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah, all of it.
Level 4
There are minions
faction is
now.
going to have the richest spoils.
It's true. Yeah, I would recommend either anything like 3 and up, 4 would be better. I mean, it's going to be a harder thing to accomplish, but
Right.
We
Yeah.
don't care.
that's
But
true.
we're going to do a scout mission anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, you need to do a setup and an accomplishment to get the.
Our scout mission is going to end up with things on fire
Uh-huh. Probably yes.
and a lot of death.
At this point. Our luck can only hold on for so long. One would think.
What is your scout mission? So let's just assume.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Holy Order, for example. Doesn't have to lock into it, but if your scout mission is like what, finding out what kind of holy artifact they have there, or is
Yes.
this like you guys are just attending a public event for holding and just kind of blending in? Like, what's the?
Well, it's definitely going to turn into looting immediately, so I think it would be a bad idea to pretend that we're going to be there peacefully at all.
Well, can we go there for like a celebration of their high holy days?
We always pretend that we're every place peacefully.
Yeah.
What if they're celebrating that unnamed entity has vanquished the goblins finally?
I do like that. Like they've got to assume there's going to be a little bit of carousing and looting and a big public event. Like they have insurance with UPS, I'm sure.
I mean, who here is talky?
A little bit talky.
I think now that I've thought of it,
Mhm.
I really like this, so I'm gonna roll with it.
Oh boy.
The Holy Order is gonna take credit for
Oh,
so
fuck,
you
no.
guys hear word
Oh, no,
coming
no,
down the
no.
grapevine that the Holy Order has triumphed over the goblins
Uh-huh.
and the area is safer. In fact, they send an envoy to your front door with like the hologram thing to say like, rejoice,
Incredible.
the goblins are dead, with like goblins gathered around this hologram.
Do they know we did it, or do they just know they didn't do it?
That's unknown.
Oh.
You can go find
Well,
out.
I mean, they know they didn't do it.
Well,
They
yeah.
know they didn't do it, that's true.
I don't feel
What
like
if it
they'd
was all
taunt
according to
us if
plan?
they knew that we knew. I think they're just assuming that we suck and didn't do it.
Maybe.
Well, they did tell you very specifically not to do any more murder,
Mm.
so they'll just assume you would
Well,
listen.
technically, we didn't murder anybody.
True.
I hit them with
I
a
don't think
ship.
that's true.
No, we.
I think we murdered
That was
a lot of
collateral
people.
damage. We were just entering.
Mm.
The fact that
It
they
was
were
just
in the way
manslaughter.
of the wall is not our fault.
We crashed into a church.
Deliberately.
They have hands beneath your feet.
It's very
You
true.
Stop and apologize every time.
It's not murder if we're their dark
I think it was
gods.
more murderous when we set them on fire.
That was a little
Eh.
murdery.
That was just to get the rubble off of our ship.
It was. I think our
well,
previous
this is
trip
true.
was more murdery, and we can just kind of.
Well, every trip has been murder.
Yeah, I think we should swagger up to the Holy Order, and since they are taking credit for our accomplishments, I feel like they owe us a little loot in exchange for using our accomplishments to further their own ends. So it's only just that we
So
take
true, we
take some
could
tips.
expose them
Or
since we
blackmail
do have the
them.
goblins
We're being
with us.
kind by letting them tell everybody that they did it. We're just gonna take our cut. We're gonna get some residuals.
Hmm.
So I think we should go as essentially like a looting raid. And while we're there to pick up some small stuff, we can keep an eye out for something that we can use as the core of our golem when we do a proper assault later.
Who speaks light?
Not me.
That's
Not our
Metal.
talking
a
guy.
very good question.
That would be metal.
You have some minions that speak light, or they'll die.
No, that-
Oh no, all my minions that spoke light died ages ago.
Everyone's minions have been wiped but mine.
In the meantime, metal managed to learn
This is-
light from them. So.
Yes. This is the other half of why nobody in this group has died, is you just keep sending your minions out to die, which is very dungeon lord of you, and like it makes sense. This is very thematic. Yeah, that's.
I've lost track of the number of minions of mine who have died doing stupid
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
He could run or he could fight to the death against overwhelming odds. Let's make him do fight.
Absolutely.
You know, delay them for a little bit. Why not?
I also think we should all be wearing formal attire when we go.
Ghost suit.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kobe's going to invent tinfoil so that we can wear metal suits and ties.
Excellent.
Once again, making some kind of tremendous breakthrough in technology.
Uh-huh.
But it's just to
Monday.
dress like morons.
Yeah.
We invent a series of rollers so we can stick an ingot in one end and tinfoil comes out the other end.
We could use this for so much
Or
good.
just,
We won't.
just invent duct tape, it's more useful.
So is this another negotiation then? You're
Um,
just.
Is there a blackmail option?
I
I mean, trickery maybe.
my suggestion is we're just there essentially to take stuff.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm going to be doing while someone does something else.
But yeah, but like
I feel like negotiation might actually be blackmail too.
Someone
Yeah.
needs to go there and speak to them and try to get them to pay us off. Because
that's a good idea.
while that's happening, another group of us will be also stealing. And this will be a scouting mission.
I think stealth or negotiation would be the most applicable based on how we've been talking about it. Because you could do a social stealth and like, it's not about not being seen, it's about not breaking your cover. Like, I think that's fine.
Yes.
So,
I like negotiation as blackmail more than social stealth, I think. Because I don't think we really have cover. We're not really trying to hide the fact that we're here to take their stuff. We're just trying to convince them to give us more stuff. On the-
do you have that leverage already?
Well, we are the ones who killed the goblins, so we could just have the goblins go door to door saying, "Hey, we're not dead,"
Yeah,
and then they'd look like fools.
That'll work.
we have the goblins.
We could even have like a goblin come with us.
Well, I've
Also
got,
dressed
I've got
in a
my
suit.
minion.
Well, there we go.
What we should do is keep the goblin in the ship and only show it to one of the officials and be like,
Uh-huh.
we'll let him walk outside right now and
Uh-huh.
tell everybody.
So then another question I have is, if this is negotiation, you have your leverage, what are you negotiating for?
Just cash, I think.
Well, I don't really know what they have.
Like-
so
Yeah, I think so.
The UPS charges people a tax.
Yeah.
So maybe you negotiate for them to give you loot.
Mm.
And while you're getting that loot, you insist on going down to their vaults to see their vaults.
Of course.
Look at their
Oh yes,
loot.
we need to verify that they
And
have
then
the
you-
loot to pay us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Scout out the power.
I require
They
3
are
grams of
light.
oil.
Yes.
So
A
maybe
bushel
just
of
stabbing
meat.
us isn't in their agenda. Because they're the good guys. So
Also,
they're not
they're
gonna
probably all
just
monks,
silence
so they're
us.
probably gonna punch us rather than stab us.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
They have sent like multiple people just to come here and talk with you and
Mm.
like, no more murder.
I think that if they start to say no, we can pull on their heartstrings and go, you know the UPS is charging us out the balls taxes.
Mm.
We just need this to offset their thing, otherwise we have to go to war and there's more debt.
Mm.
So we pretend we're being the
For
good
some reason, I
guys.
feel like they're not gonna care, but I guess I don't know.
Well,
they,
they're
they might if we take Cart down.
Hmm.
they're light. They're the good guys. If we appeal to good nature,
What if they're just like, because they're like up on a mountain, so they're really close to the sun?
well, the crabs were too, and they weren't light.
Hmm, that's fair.
Maybe their shells gave them immunity. We can say we turned over our new leaf. I mean, look, we went and got rid of we went and subjugated the goblins.
Yeah, we didn't even murder them. We just invited them over, and now they're like having a totally not cult sleepover in our backyard.
We made.
We gave them homes.
We domesticated
After-
an evil faction. After you all talked to us, we
We-
realized the error of our ways.
We rehomed them after their city mysteriously and spontaneously burst into flames and collapsed. We even helped them clean up the rubble afterward.
So this might almost, I mean,
You,
these
you
things are
realize this
super
is
almost-
metal you've got trying to do this, right?
Yeah.
This is not go well.
This is almost sounding more like a trick approach as well. If you're just trying to say like, trying to come across as
Yeah, well,
like, oh yeah, we're on your side now, we're reformed, and then steal from under their noses.
We're reformed, also we're blackmailing you.
so what if we're asking for like, we're asking for financial assistance in taking care of all of these rehabilitated former goblin criminals?
Well, now our UPS debt is doubled because we're paying for two factions.
Well, we shouldn't be paying any taxes because of all of our dependents.
Also, they
Oh.
tripled because Nettles
We've not.
Dragon Horde-sized loan got
Yes.
transferred to the UBS.
We have not paid anybody any taxes.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Yeah, we gotta be playing the banks off each other.
We wouldn't
We
be
gotta
coming.
get our,
This is not blackmail. It's a necessity, and we're all good guys here.
Oh yeah.
we gotta get ourselves on the Forbes billionaires list somehow, and it's not gonna be by having $1 billion.
It's gonna be like hijacking Forbes and
Yeah, that. And by Forbes, I mean the monks.
So, if this raid is a setup for a future raid,
Yes.
what are we doing to set up? Is it
That's
are
a
you
very-
specifically aiming to?
we are scouting the place while we're there to find out what there we could use to make the golem, under the assumption that Holy Order implies that they have magical power and money.
Okay.
Both of those things are what we want to make
Which
this out of.
maybe
Yeah.
means that we're actually doing stealth because we're trying to not blow the cover of the fact that we're trying to find the thing, while also
Yeah.
trying to get them to give us stuff and not kick us out and
So I
whatever.
think there's 3 angles here.
Mhm.
There's negotiate with them so you can offer them something in trade for them showing you around the place so you can
Mhm.
scout it or whatever, or showing you down into the vaults so you can take a little bit of the loot or whatever. There's trickery to trick them into doing something like that. If you want to like literally just lie to their faces, that would be trickery. Actually, I mean, negotiation does say tell lies is included. That's an option. But I think the difference between negotiation and trickery is negotiation is you want to get something out of it, even if that's a promise or whatever. And trickery is you want them to do something, whether that's showing you something or whatever. That's a possibility. And then the third angle is stealth, if you just want to sneak around or try to blend in during a party or one of those.
I think we're gonna do trickery because I assume that metal has trick points, and they're the only one that can speak.
One trick point.
I think negotiation.
So
I think we do want to just present, look, you're saying you did the thing, we did the thing, we are happy to not blow your cover, but we're going to need a little something something in return.
Not bother lying. That's probably for the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, and so your target in that case would be
Yeah. On the other hand, we have
Exactly.
also domesticated the goblins, and we can keep
Yeah.
them that way if you give us the means to do so. You know they're just going to go back to their pillaging ways if they just go off on their own again.
Meanwhile, we're pillaging.
Yes.
They don't
Well,
pillaging
Metal's
for the
gonna
village.
translate that as, we now possess a goblin army
yes.
that we can have sitting on your doorstep in about 5 minutes.
Yes.
I don't think they'll be worried.
Start up the goblin catapult.
I mean, if you,
One goblin will arrive
if
every
you look
minute.
at the general region here, everything except us is diminished or gone.
Yes.
Yes.
In true capitalist fashion, you guys have just swarmed up all the wealth into yourselves.
Growing crops.
Yeah.
We're not. We got.
It became a gravity field of money, and it's all just kind of flowing.
That is the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody we've come in contact with has been diminished so far.
Yes.
And if they
Even
need,
your allies.
Yeah, especially the allies.
yeah, if they need more proof of our positive deeds, like we wiped out the people that fuck animals, because they definitely do, and don't look into that.
We destroyed the ghost B&B.
Yes.
I mean,
We put them to
Well,
rest.
Technically, it's super extra haunted, but
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Also,
but-
I'm a ghost now.
But it's been destroyed.
yeah, maybe we leave that one out.
I think they're gonna notice.
Because they were a
He's-
light faction. Like,
you need to find
He's
a,
not a kobold. He doesn't count. He's a fish.
You need to find a carp person for Carpolomy to just wear their skin and
Oh,
pretend to be a fuzzy
no.
carp person.
Gilly
Well-
Bateman.
Oh no.
Make a Gilly Bateman suit.
Gonna
Good
replace his
concept.
gonna replace his bones with my ghostly form.
Yes.
here's a question: if he possesses Gilly Bateman, can he speak the light tongue?
Probably not.
Because we could use that as a setup raid to go into the Holy Order to speak to the people.
I was picturing, you could blackmail Gilly Bateman into doing something for you, but I was picturing like a dead Gilly Bateman that Carpolomy was simply wearing as a costume.
Oh yeah, no, Metal wants him dead.
Yeah, we can.
I think it's funnier if he's alive but has no control, because that's
That is
internal
also funny.
suffering.
Aw.
He has to just watch his body do things against his will.
There's so much comedic potential for like people smelling dead fish. Or Carpolomy just walking around like, oh, what? No, you don't. No, I don't smell anything.
That's very rude and insensitive to my people.
That's borderline racist.
Anyways, we're throwing out random ideas. So,
Yes.
is everyone cool with a negotiation plan? Some blackmail? Okay. So,
Great.
yes.
I am a scout.
Yes.
Can my scouting finding a weakness be like finding the most not embarrassing. Like if we were to show up with a goblin at their event, what would be the absolute worst time for them for us to show up? Like they've suddenly got us hopefully get us off to the side or something. Like they got to contain the situation somehow. What is the worst possible time for us
Maybe
to show
they've
up?
pulled
Time and
representatives
place.
from all the other places who've been having problems with goblins to this one place for this big announcement about the goblins.
Yeah.
And they're about to lay out all the details about all that they did and how there isn't a single goblin left.
We've completely eradicated every one of them.
Then we can just be like, you know, we have the We just have half a dozen
Have GPS
goblins
coordinates.
spill out of our ship like a clown car.
We could have as many goblins as possible in a trench coat with like a pumpkin with a smiley face drawn on for the head.
We'll say, you know, they are holding a celebration of some kind,
Yeah.
which you've been invited to, right? That Paul
Right.
Crab showed up at your front door and just preach that there is a, you know, hark, we have defeated
Yeah.
the goblins. So they're holding that celebration. You can show up during that. I'll say also as part of that celebration, they have a big new announcement.
Mhm.
So maybe during that announcement would be the worst possible time to literally just
Okay.
kick a goblin out of the floor, and fire up the goblin catapults,
Yep.
and just goblin bombing start raining.
The trick is we gotta make sure that like they see the goblin, so they're sure to sweep us away. I think that's our aim.
One of us has a goblin in the trench coat and just
Yes. But that means we're gonna have to get there early.
My
So
minion is a goblin. This is not
Uh-huh.
going to be a problem.
okay.
you
I'll
keep
just
it
bring
in your
them in.
trench coat.
No, I'm just going to openly bring the cultist with me.
Just do the three.
I don't know. I
goblins
think
in
if we
the
expose them
and
first, we lose our card.
Yes.
Because we're threatening to
Right.
show people the goblin.
Yeah, if we just show up, we don't have any negotiating power.
We only want to show the goblin to the person that doesn't want anyone else to see the goblin.
That's why the trench coat.
Yes.
And then they'll pay us to not show people the
Uh-huh.
goblin. It's the threat of embarrassment, not embarrassment. So we just stick the goblin and not Asha in a trench coat.
That was gnomes and not Asha. Get it right.
Mm.
Me and the goblin in a trench coat?
Yeah, you're the top.
Start a three kobolds in a trench shoot bit, and everyone will recognize and be like, oh, there's just three kobolds in that trench coat, right?
Surprise!
Two kobolds do, but one of them's a secret goblin. And then the third kobold is off somewhere else. So,
Steal them.
yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. It's the perfect plan. It cannot go wrong.
He's the bottom of the trench coat, and then
It's
he just leaves and get a little shorter.
it's just goblin and then you, clearly a kobold but tall, and next to you another kobold because it's just metal. And his whole plan is to be like, man, you don't know where this goblin is at. We can show him at any time. You don't know.
There's one goblin on the premises. I don't know.
And I'm not telling until you give us money.
Why are your
I'm
feet
teetering
green?
like this.
Somewhere, at some time, in the manner of my choosing, a goblin will appear.
So Mesl is going to want to know from Kobe how much money he needs to build this thing.
Mm.
What am I asking for?
I think Kobe would have a better answer than me. But I don't suppose that this is supposed to give us the wealth we need to build
No.
it, because this is a scout mission
Right.
to find all of their money and magic.
Yeah, what they give
Yes.
us really doesn't matter.
So we just really want money for money's sake, in
Uh-huh.
addition, because we're greedy.
Okay.
And
Maybe
probably
this is just how you discover where their vault is or whatever.
Yeah. probably want to ask them to not ask us for money also. Like, because they said that we owe them money too, right? Or am I
The Holy
misremembering?
Order didn't, they just
Okay.
told you.
Gotcha.
They said no more killing. But there's gonna be a
Yeah.
problem.
So we're just asking for a generic amount of treasure. Like, we got a big dragon, we're gonna fly back. If you could make it difficult for us to fly back, that would be nice.
They take that literally, they just break one of the legs.
It's already difficult to fly this thing.
We saw how it looped through the air.
I mean, we'd still
Okay.
fly it with one wing, but it'd be like a fan.
Be helicopter.
So I think we've already answered some of the negotiation questions. Where's the meeting spot? Probably at the Holy Order.
Yes.
Some kind of celebration. What are you offering? Blackmail.
Yeah.
Are you there in good faith?
Listen, hang on.
no.
Don't say what are you offering blackmail.
Why?
Yeah, don't say
Because
that.
we're not offering any blackmail.
we're offering.
They are not a commodity, and we do not believe it so.
We are offering the suppression of evidence.
We are offering green mail.
That's
That's
true.
much better.
But
It's okay to
we're-
be racist against fantasy races.
We're not
No, it
in
isn't.
good faith.
Have you talked to Watsy lately?
We're not here in good faith
You
because
can't even call them races
we
anymore, so
are-
you may as well get that word out of your mind. Yeah, you have 3 weeks or so on that word.
I mean, to be fair, I suppose they are.
We're not really
Races.
here to get treasure. We're here to
Species
scout out
works.
the
Right.
thing that we're looking for next time. So we're not in good faith.
Not in good faith. Like,
So you're sending the person whose sole focus is treasure everywhere
Correct.
we
There
go.
is no getting out of that.
that's just being a way anymore.
Yes.
God knows.
Well, yeah, for Metal's mind, he's operating in good faith because he's going to make them an offer and he fully intends to follow through with his offer.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
There's no trickery, he's going to lay it out exactly for them. Is this what you will do? Or I will put the goblin army on your doorstep and people will see that you're talking shit.
How are you at Bantam?
One,
Yeah.
you're sending the wrong person for this.
You're the only one who can speak
I
like.
understand that. I'm also the only one I can't bail out if I roll
What's your
a
threat?
failure.
We fine.
0.
Really? You're such a threatening person. If only I could
That's
speak
just
one.
violence.
It'll be fine.
It's all finesse. It's throwing
Yes.
daggers, it's throwing shurikens.
Slightly off topic, but
Yes.
I found those sheets I was looking for earlier.
Oh yes.
The advanced sheets are the Brain Eater, definitely not Mind Flayer.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Which you have to eat brains to get charges of your abilities.
And you have to skin them first for some reason.
Yes, exactly. The Doom Seeker, which you have randomly rolled abilities on all of your eye stalks, which is fun. The Face Stealer, which is changeling stuff, and the Gold Monger, which is a dragon. It's the dragon. So those would be like advanced,
That's cool.
crazy things. You should only have one of them per group. Kind of centers a campaign around them, kind of things. But anyways, it sounds like we have our negotiation questions answered. You've got
Yes.
a basic plan. You've got your weakness established. So we know that they're going to have that big announcement of some kind. So let's get on to the engagement roll. I think you guys have a pretty good plan. The tier is higher tier than you though. So I'm going to give you 2 dice on this.
Never
Alright.
stopped us before.
It's never stopped you before, but it can make your chances.
Shit'll be on fire and there'll be a tornado in about 5 minutes.
Yes.
God, I hope so.
That is a 4.
Hmm.
Okay, so middling success.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. It really could be. In fact, it could be 1 point worse. That's how much worse it could be. I really just want to make you crash into the fire.
I
The
mean, that
entire
was
crowd.
basically the plan.
We
We-
got arrived.
We were maybe going to aim for not
This feels
people,
familiar.
but like
I feel like that would be a 1. If you guys rolled a 1, I would crash.
maybe we crash
They
into
have
a
to have-
building.
They have to have magical, like, anti-aircraft defenses, right?
We're the only aircraft.
There's dragons.
They're stone. They don't go places. I mean, we could miss their parking lot and hit a tower and lower
Yeah.
our chance at a good negotiation because we immediately damaged their things.
We go around the planet and hit the goblin town again.
Yes. The plan is actually this whole map.
Yes.
So you don't have to go that far. It's just I think what happens is you guys arrive there safely. You're used to piloting the ship at this point. You're tier 3 now. Your equipment's all pretty good. Even if the dragon is a little clumsy, it can't be that bad at this
I
point.
didn't expect to get this far.
We had 3 minions. I don't remember.
I believe you did have free minions this time.
Yes. Including my bear.
Who wants to bring them?
So we have the goblin at no
Or bear.
cost.
So if I resummon my 3 ghosts, but one of them had run away and not died, does he get resummoned to me when he thought
Yeah,
he had
it's fine.
escaped? Oh, poor guy.
So he's a less dead ghost than the other 2 that are going to show up, and he's going to rub his seniority in them.
The others eat him to gain his ghostly essence, turning him into an equal ghost to them.
So what did the
They kill him and eat him and then poop him out, so now he's an
so what
octuple
did the
ghost as well.
septuple ghosts look like then?
Oh, we're past
The
that.
pact has been
They were
fulfilled.
the clouds.
Oh.
Are they just the letter G?
We're octuple ghosts now.
Like the letter
Wow.
G for like an ASCII game,
Yeah.
where it's been reduced that far?
For Knowles.
It might have
Your ghosts
googly
are
eyes.
spamming that new game plus.
Alright, so you guys are out there safely.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, once you get there, you recognize someone you haven't seen in months at this point.
Oh no.
But you remember when you guys went up to the company and there was that invasion of ninjas that were all there
Oh,
trying to
yes.
get over at the same point? You see lingering in the crowd that guy who introduced himself as Torth. Torth is at the party. He is part of the celebration here. Some high-ranking member of the UPS, probably has armed guards.
Do we want to
probably
kill
will
him?
recognize you.
Can
Yeah,
I
we should
immediately
start killing
flashback?
Yes.
The ninjas did a pretty good job of killing.
Well, I don't know, because I
People.
was stealing the drill while all that was going
Okay.
on,
Sure.
so.
Well, I'm gonna point him out. So
I don't know what, last time I saw him, he was on the boat talking, he was perfectly
fair,
fine at that point.
Back then, I think you guys were either tier 1 or tier 2, going
Gotcha.
against tier 4 ninjas. Now you're tier 3. So it could be a little bit easier, but...
That guy has the ninjas. They just kind of appear behind you and stab you, kind of like you used to do.
Ah,
Except there's a lot of them.
so they're ghosts,
Probably yes.
so just eat them.
They have pizza cutters.
I will definitely, and yes, they have pizza cutters. There's the origin of that technology.
I want to flashback
I will eat them if possible, if that will save us.
to a pet project I've had since the ninjas
Okay.
to invent thermal optics, but it only detects ninjas.
Okay. Ninja optics.
Once again, a fantastic grand technology to be able to see this spectrum
Yes.
just for ninjas.
I like that. Okay,
So
so...
everything else is just completely black, but if there are any ninjas, you'll know where they are.
I just
Yes.
keep having to.
Do you happen to have any gold?
Yes.
Okay, so you can spend the gold, and I'll say this will be a 3 stress one. This is a big project to get done. So you need to spend a gold for any downtime action type thing like that, making a gadget in a flashback. So I'll let 3 stress pass for getting that done at this point. Go ahead and give me a tinker roll, and we'll see if it has a drawback. It's pretty well. It's good.
Oh wait, I have 2 dark hearts, and I use one in a flashback.
Sure.
5.
5. Okay, so I think it does have a minor drawback. I think it doesn't detect ninjas, it detects pizza cutters.
I was
Um,
gonna suggest that.
And so it always detects Gladys as well nearby, and that kind of, when Gladys is too close to you, it kind of interferes with it. But if you're far enough away, you can detect the ninjas. So.
That's okay, I don't like being
Well,
near her.
would that also detect my shuriken thrower?
Probably. I guess if you're near, well, Gladys interferes with it, you just always know where Metal is, and Metal has the one.
Right?
Doesn't interfere with it. Gladys has like 1,000 pizza cutters and she had to do this wrong. Okay.
They were just shurikens. Like you say pizza cutter, you immediately think stick powered in pizza cutters, which is way stupider, but they're just shurikens.
That's just what you guys decided they were called back
Yes.
then, and we're sticking with it. It's great.
Oh, yes, pizza Billy.
That's what you used to
Pizza
cut
cutters.
pizzas with.
Yeah,
You got
exactly.
popcorn in your mouth.
They were
Yeah.
Pizza Billy and
Oh, yeah.
shurikens were introduced
Better.
within like 5 minutes of
Yeah.
each other,
Saving
so
that.
they obviously were.
I was.
Obviously.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a mustache, he doesn't understand.
Alright, so you see this guy here,
Mm-hmm.
you have the ninja detector, the pizza cutter detector. We use some Pizza Billy technology to
I just rubbed things on pizza.
random like magnetic to pizza cutter. That's great. Okay.
Pizza Billy yargled, no, I used a real pizza cutter, not shurikens, dumbass, but it came out.
Yeah, the monster science works anyways. Okay, so you have that as you guys arrive at the party. What's your plan going in here? Who's getting in? Are you all mingling? Do you have suits?
I think we should be all wearing formal attire.
Made out of tinfoil.
Made out of tinfoil, yes.
Tinfoil for more
Who
attire.
wants to
Wearing a
flashback?
tinfoil
Suits
attire.
or required
I'm wearing a
suits?
tinfoil trench coat.
So you're wearing the trench coat, but what we've done is because it's just tinfoil, we've taken your tinfoil suit and just taped it over the top part of the trench coat so that you're wearing both, but also a trench coat to cover the collar.
Genius.
I can flash back to making us the suits.
Alright.
I have no points in
Making-
Tinker.
Or you could acquire them from
Yeah.
somewhere. You could bully somebody in Cartown into giving them to you. Like whatever option you're
I wanna-
take.
I want to have order them from Gilly Bateman.
Oh.
I want them to have trick pockets on the inside, and I want to
Okay.
threaten him.
I think threaten works, and we'll.
I'm gonna eat him if they are not up to
Okay.
standards.
Threaten works. They'll have trick pockets if you get a full success.
All right, I'm gonna use a dart cart.
And if you fail, they have trick pockets that have mouse traps.
If I fail, Gilly Bateman is gonna get eaten. Is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Right, sit crit.
Crit. Okay. What? So they do have trick pockets from the success. I'll say on a crit, you don't have stress for that flashback. That's
Awesome, thank you.
You walk up to him and you just emit a threatening aura, and somehow he just understands what you want. You share a connection like that.
We do. We really do.
Okay, so you guys all have your tinfoil suits with trick pockets. Who's heading into the party? Everyone?
I'm heading in.
I'm immediately going to find money. I don't care where or how, but the first possible opportunity to sneak into their house and take things.
Oh, absolutely. So, as you guys approach the actual temple itself, it looks just like it does on the map, which is very far away, so you probably can't see it.
I can't see it.
It's white buildings with blue roofs. There's just like a courtyard in the middle, and like a much bigger temple building right in the center of the place. Pretty typical holy temple of like medieval era stuff, like a cloister. But you guys are stopped at the front gates of this place as UPS guards are helping out with security at the moment, and everybody who's walking up is depositing weapons with the guards. You can see ahead of you in line. How do you guys prepare for this?
We sneak around the side and use a hold potion to get us in.
You could do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh yeah, 'cause we're not giving you a pro weapon.
You guys just sneak around
Yeah.
the side, and is that a supply item?
That is a signature elixir supply item, so I have supply slots only for that.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so
So-
check off one of those. And I won't make you roll for it because you're using a consumable. So you just deploy the whole potion, you open up the hole in the
Yes.
wall, and just step through it. How soon does it close afterwards?
I mean, it doesn't last too long because it's just like a potion and not like.
So it's not going to be
Or-
available for us to run away.
But it's not gonna be like a second long.
Yeah. Okay, so it's enough. Maybe after you guys all step through, it
Mhm.
closes. Conveniently timed. You guys are in.
We distorted space and time and caused permanent damage to reality that will be
Yes.
felt eons from now. So I get through this wall.
As is tradition.
You deleted 3 parallel universes. It's fine.
Could have just gone over or something. We had a drill, could have gone under it.
They were the really shit dystopian universes, so like they alright, so you're in a hallway now towards the back. Just like the outside of this temple is just like these buildings that form like the outer ring of it,
Yep.
the outer walls. So you step through those outer walls into these rooms that kind of go around. So of course they're all filled with a hallway that like makes a loop, right? And then rooms on the sides. You guys have entered into this hallway. And you can hear the sounds of music playing from the courtyard, and you can hear lots of people chatter in that direction. That's where everything is lit up nice and bright. But at the moment, no one's in the hallways with you.
Now,
Cool.
Metal's going to go start looking for the person with the biggest, dumbest looking hat, assuming he's in charge.
Before you go, Kobe needs to learn light tongue for am lost child.
I will teach him this phrase.
Okay. I'm gonna make you roll for it.
And I'm actually going to teach that to him and not mess with him at this particular moment.
I think since this is an on-the-fly thing you're learning, you might mess up the pronunciation.
Mm.
So it's probably going to be like a trick roll or something every time you want to deploy that, but you do have it.
And then I'm going to go nowhere near the party.
Okay.
How long do we have before the big announcement? As best as we know.
It depends on your planning, I guess. I mean, you rolled pretty well in the engagement
Yeah.
roll, so I'll ask, do you want a long amount of time or a short amount of time?
I think
We need an amount
I
of
would like-
time to flag someone down and warn them that we will do this.
yeah. Yeah, I think a longer amount of time because we can just
Okay.
chill. Better that than having to hurry to try to get to where we're going.
I think there's slightly comedically a moment then where you guys arrive to the courtyard, you hear all that chatter coming from the
Yeah.
courtyard, you hear someone step up to give an announcement. And they just announce to the crowd, in 1 hour we will give our announcement,
Uh-huh.
and then he steps back off the stage. You all start to panic when he starts to speak, but
Incredible.
you have 1 hour.
Go find that guy. Blackmail, greenmail him
It
immediately.
does match with what Metal was looking for. He's wearing these long, flowy robes that just like trail behind him. They're clearly just like 4 sizes too big, and he just has them bound up and they just drag behind him. And then he has this, just huge, tall, pointy, like Pope hat looking thing that's like as tall as he is.
We could fit our Pope in that Pope's hat.
It just looks like somebody took a PMG of like the
Yes.
Pope's hat and just stretched it out vertically.
I wonder how many hand-sized pies I could eat within 1 hour. I wonder also
Yes.
if they have hand-sized pies.
He has strangely strong-looking neck muscles.
Mm. Goodness.
He never skips neck day.
The hat is surprisingly heavy.
I just imagine him doing like pull-ups, but with just his chin.
Yes.
He introduced himself as His Holiness Bishop Tim.
Of course. Of Antioch.
Tim
with an
thick
M.
neck.
Yes. So you found the man with the biggest
Yeah.
hat. He's currently just mingling with the crowd and
Alright.
shaking many hands.
I'm gonna mingle and look for food.
Mingling with food, alright.
Yes. I'm gonna be real suspicious if they have pizza.
Are you just a ghost in a suit? Is it a real suit at least?
Yeah, I think so. It's as real as the stuff I'm carrying around.
I'm gonna make a fortune roll to see if they care about ghosts.
Okay.
Because I haven't decided if they have or
I'm a
not.
holy ghost.
I'll give you 3 dice in it because, I mean, they tolerated the existence of the B&B at the
Great.
The BME was light. They were maybe
They were yellow
Religious?
ghosts. I'm a blue
Yeah.
ghost.
they worshipped at the church. They were ghosts, sure, but they were converted. We are all about forgiveness, you
Which is why
dirty
they're kind of
savage.
gambling.
The Holy Order keeps mishearing and thinks that they're goats.
the goats B&B.
Yes.
Okay.
So did the druids. And that ended badly.
Okay. I got a 6.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say not only do they not care that you're a ghost, but you see like many other ghosts here just mingling with the
Oh, that's
crowd.
pretty cool.
Oh,
my people.
yes.
I like how you feel racially represented by ghosts.
There's people of all kinds here. There's carp people. There's even some crab people here.
Every time you mention that there's carp people, we're like, this little idiot carp. And he's like, ghosts? Ah, yes. My brethren. You're a fish. You drank ghosts
I am many
and
things.
became a ghost.
I have as many facets as I have scales.
You're co-opting their culture.
So there's no goblins here, but there are humans, carp people, crab people, a couple dragons actually walking
Oh.
around.
What are the Holy Order?
Well, if there were goblins here, we kind of
What
run our entire
people
plan.
are the Holy Order?
It seems like just a mix of whoever has
Oh.
joined. You know.
What was the guy with the hat?
He was a human. But yeah, there are ghosts. Most of the ghosts who are here are dressed in like the same kind of religious flowy robes that other people
Interesting.
are around here. They might be spirits of previous saints here or something. But you do see a lot of ghosts, so you blend in pretty well, even if your attire's a little odd. No one gives that too much mind. And you do find their food,
Are these spring rolls or egg rolls?
both.
Mmm.
Mixed together, so you have to figure out which of these is.
Fuck, now you know they're rich and fancy.
Yes.
Metal is heading straight over.
Straight over to
Tall,
His
pointy
Holiness
hat.
Bishop Toon. Alright.
So with absolutely no way to communicate with my team, while sneaking around, I want to just look out the window and see if I immediately detect ninjas that I can't possibly warn them about.
Okay. I will get to that. I did forget to say there are no kobolds here either. You three are the only 3 kobolds. Mostly because we established that when you guys got here, you were the first 3 kobolds.
Yes.
in the region. And there are no dark elves here because they have not surfaced. But yeah, so you go out looking for ninjas while Metal goes up to His Holiness. Is there like a scan roll? I think there's something like a scan roll, right?
Yeah.
A
Scan.
Scan.
For Cody. Because he's scanning for ninjas.
Scan.
It's 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
4.
4, okay. On a 4, you do detect ninjas. The downside is one of them is literally right above you, like hiding in the sand, trying to touch the ceiling. So we'll cut away from that scene, but you do detect about 3 dozen or so ninjas just kind of scattered around this place. And then Metal, you arrive at His Holiness Bishop Toon, and he is speaking with someone else, but when he finally, do you want a moment before he has your attention, or do you want to like sneak and try to pickpocket him? What's your
Oh no, I'm just gonna tug on his ropes.
Okay.
Like a lost
He's
child.
currently talking to someone else as you
That
approach.
doesn't matter.
Alright. So you tug in his robes. He's like, oh, yes, my child. Yes, hello. Yes.
We need to talk.
Oh, yes, of course. I always have time to
Child.
talk to the children of the church. Yes, yes, indeed. Who are we to
Alone.
talk about? Alone. I don't know why you suggest this. Is this a do you need a confession?
Did you come with me?
Is
Yes.
this a honeypot or the cops here?
Oh no.
Oh
Would you like to be alone in a room with me, good sir? I'm only 7.
no. You need to speak with someone alone. We do have the confession booths at the back that are still operational.
Yes, you need to confess.
I know.
I think they had ghosts in the confessionals.
Where is your parents, young one? I don't. He's just gonna appear to scan the crowd around him.
They're not here.
Sees the tall kobold.
Are you on a goblin currently?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're
Very
stacked
tall
up
suit.
boys.
Yeah, so maybe you're currently at the table picking out some food and like dropping some into the
You just reach down to your crotch to hand them
Doing a
mine.
Michael Jackson.
I can't understand anything they're saying.
People are trying to talk to you and they're really just like,
So Bishop Toon starts to attempt to usher Metal over towards the tall kobold.
I guess I'll go with him because I'm assuming we're going someplace to go talk.
Yes, so he walks you over, sees the tall kobold, and says, yes, is this your young one here now?
remember, you know the words in the bottom right.
You do.
I can't see them.
I'm just going to open the trench
You
coat
drove here.
and
You don't
show
need to
him the
see
goblin
letters
and
at
tell him we need to
16
talk about the
trying to
goblin
drive.
thing.
Oh my, okay, yes, indeed. It does put interesting spin on things.
You just
brought one
reached
for us,
over and opened your mom's trench coat.
Absolutely.
Still
Can
thinks
you
you're a
give me
child,
threat
but
and roll? I feel like that makes
Oh, there we
some
go.
sense here.
So we're at disadvantage on this one.
Ah, fun.
A 3.
3.
Ooh.
So I think you're not threatening it to him at all with your stature, unfortunately.
No, I.
So he goes like, "Oh, good, you captured one for us. Thank you. That's so nice of you. We were wondering where the stragglers went off to. We just needed to find them. I suppose. But that's one of them. Guards, if you could please." So he starts, snapping.
And the goblin would have gotten away with it too.
So he's starting to summon the guards. They haven't arrived yet. Anyone else wants to
You're not understanding here. We have an entire army of goblins.
Oh, you've rounded up a bunch of them. Excellent. Okay.
No, we're the
Just
ones
speak
that
with
destroyed them, not you.
I see. Interesting claim. Interesting
You're
claim.
taking credit for something you didn't do.
Hmm. Give me a banter roll this time. See if you do better at this.
A 1.
A 1.
Good job.
That's why we don't send metal to talk to people.
I guess not.
Well, you did get another practice point at threaten.
So he,
That's my first one.
he looks around at some of the people who are just kind of, it's just a tightly packed room at the moment, so people are over here, and he looks around and he's like, oh, these children with their imaginations running wild. It's impressive. You tell an interesting tale, young one. I must go. It is almost time for the announcement. I have to prepare. There's more people to meet. I can't dedicate all of my time to just one individual
You
member,
take
of
one
course.
step and I'm going to kill you.
say the darndest thing.
I understand one of those words.
And he does step away from you. He continues to walk.
I'm going to hit him with the shuriken throw.
It always turns to violence.
Negotiations were short.
Am I able to notice the introduction
Oh, yeah.
of violence into
I
the
think
scene?
so.
Alright. That's a crit on scan.
Ooh, okay. I think your crit on scan, you see earlier in the conversation, he started to summon some guards. And you can see that holy monks came around 4 corners of the room and started to converge to the center, so you know exactly where all 4 of them are. And you've got a pretty good vantage point on all of them.
Okay.
So you know where the threats are immediately here. Not sure what else to give you on a crit, because that was what I was thinking for a normal success, but maybe on a crit you notice something about the bishop. What would you notice? You notice
He's
he
got a
is
katana under his head.
you notice he is strangely tanned, like almost sunburned. Like he just gets a ridiculous amount of sun.
Interesting.
That's not a particularly sunny region.
Sir, do you have cancer?
So that's what you get in the crit.
All right.
Extra detail.
He's tan.
So you're throwing a shirt.
I'm not trying to kill him.
Okay.
I'm
Not
just
lethal.
gonna like whack him in the knee with it.
Okay. Okay.
Since he's trying to walk away from me.
Yes, and nobody will be able to see it through the robes, so it just looked like he tripped a little. So go ahead and roll something to try
And
and
all that kneecap juice spilling out onto the
smash or
ground.
finesse or
We'll go with finesse there. And make a
aiming
dice
precisely
here.
for the kneecap specifically.
A 3.
A 3.
Oh yes, metal was born for this mission.
Okay. So you can resist the consequence, but I'm thinking essentially the main consequence that would happen here is you draw your weapon and one of those holy monks has caught up to you and just like grabs your wrist before you attack. But you can resist that if you want, try to skitter away.
No, I think metal would probably try to take the dagger and
Okay.
stab the guy holding him.
Okay, so the holy guard grabs your wrist that has the shirt in it, and then you're just going up to stab him. He's got you held. This is going to be a pretty, I think, dire roll. If you're going up against a guard who is a higher tier than you, who is
Can I try to
ready and
stop him
watching.
because that's really stupid?
You certainly can.
Parental intervention.
Yes.
You can resist for someone else. You can
Damn
resist
it,
on
son.
behalf of someone else.
I
So,
told you not to do this.
just roll a skill that you think would make sense.
I'm going to powerfully try to stop him. Because that's powerful
my.
and stupid.
You're just gonna bonk
That's a
on it.
3.
Yeah, I'm not bailing you out of that one.
So, do you say you're trying to
I should start resisting
powerfully
for other people.
stop him, like with a weapon?
No, I'm just going to try to grab him.
Just trying to grab him.
Stop.
Okay. Well, then maybe the consequence here is that when you try to go and grab him, the trench coat opens, revealing
Oh.
the goblin to the holy
Dun
man.
dun dun.
And you kind of stumble a little bit as the goblin sees the holy guard and goes, "Wow!"
I'm very well balanced up here.
Yes.
The goblin just runs.
Just runs away. Okay, so you're trying to hit him with a dagger.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll whatever you're gonna roll for it.
Different dice. One of these sets of dice isn't going to be cold.
Finish this guy's balls.
This one I'm trying well, this one I'm trying to kill.
Yes.
The other guy, a 3.
A 3. Oh, okay. Well,
Look
I
at
did say
these
this was
stuff.
going to be a dire
There is
roll.
not a single thing higher than 3
Yes.
out of the Variety of days.
So this holy monk guard who is guarding the like actual center where people are gathered right now is clearly one of their elite guards. You reach up with a dagger. He's already got your one hand, and he just holds you out at arm's reach, and you can't. You try to swing out of his arm with the dagger, and he just grabs that hand as well and headbutts you hard enough that you are going to be bloodied by this.
Oof.
Can I leap down
You
behind
can't
that?
resist it though. Anyone can. But yes, sorry.
Can I leap down behind that guard and behead him?
You can certainly try.
All right. I want to spend so I have Thrill of the Hunt that I don't think I've ever used before.
Ooh.
You can spend stress to establish a small momentary weakness in your prey. You gain plus effect when you exploit this on your next roll to stalk, catch, or bring them down. On a success, you get a dark heart.
Okay, well, plus effect will be helpful here because you had minus effect from them being tier
Okay.
4, so.
When he goes to headbutt, he exposes the back of his neck.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
And then I'm going to spend a dark heart.
So how many stress did I take for failing that resist there, Drew?
Oh, you were resisting by trying to stab him, or did you
No, I was resisting by, yes, trying to stab.
by trying to stab him? Okay. Yeah, on a fail, that's 3 stress.
3. Alright.
That's
Bring
good.
it up.
That's a 6.
A 6. Okay, so since you got the plus effect,
Mhm.
you do in fact decapitate him. So Metal gets bloodied and then gets blood on him. It's double bloodied, but
Alright.
only some of it's his blood.
I get my dark heart back.
Sweet.
Yeah, Metal's pissed.
Yes, and covered in blood from 2 bodies. And the
It
crowd all
seems
starts shrieking around you, and people start screaming. The
Well,
monks are just.
there's your distraction, Kobe. Get to work.
The time for negotiation has passed. The time for the feast has begun.
He's an idiot.
So I've been pretending not to notice this ninja. Does he run off with the distraction? Or does he just keep staring at the lost child?
Let's see. If you know, I'll say yeah. If you're pretending not to see him, he does leave eventually. Yes.
Because I detected him without looking at him, so I just have to not look at him.
Right. I think that's fair.
He doesn't know what a ninja detector is.
So he runs off towards the group. So now you can actually detect many of the ninjas in the area are starting to converge on the courtyard.
That's someone else's problem. I'm
That's
here to
fair.
steal things.
Yeah, go for it.
I go find the closest golden idol or anything money related. Something I can use as materials possibly for the golem.
I think give me scan then to just start looking through ruins and try to find something.
Or
4. You open a door. The exact second that a ninja was going to be leaving that door towards the courtyard. So you just both open the door together and like you're face to face, but you can see behind him that inside that room there is the golden idol just on like a pedestal and a bunch of like prayer mats or whatever.
well, traditionally the ninjas are effectively invisible, so I'm just going to walk around him as if I don't know. I just opened the door.
Yeah, sure. No, the ninja will try to stop you. So the ninja, being very quick, is going to strike first. So in this case, I guess since this was the consequence of your action already, this makes sense. He is going to give you blood if you don't resist it, I guess.
Well, I resist it by hitting him with a bat.
Go for it. So you try to walk by him. He tries to. There's an awkward moment where you both see each other. You try to just walk by. He tries to stab you, and then you bring up the bat.
Wait, do I resist
Can I
it
resist
with...
for you?
You're somewhere
If
else.
you're close enough, yeah.
I mean, do I have to resist with defenses or can I use supplies?
So you use your defenses for resisting. You could roll a skill for resisting without spending your defenses, but yeah.
I'll use the bat.
Okay. So the bat is an automatic success, but you consume it.
And then I'm gonna mace him.
Okay, so you bat the dagger out of the pizza cutter out of his hand. It goes flying off and away. He is shocked at this, and then yeah, you go for the mace.
5.
5. Okay, on mixed success, I think you're in direct combat with this guy. You knocked one pizza cutter out of his hand. He is going to try and strike with another pizza cutter, but you mace him at the same time. And so you kind of do that, like, arms cross over each other counter thing where you both hit each other, and you just have a can of mace spraying at him, and he is stabbing you with a pizza cutter. So you're going to be bloodied. And then, or you can resist it again, but the
Full
current
bloody?
consequence- Full bloody. These guys are very high tier. These ninjas are, they have extra effect against you. They're dangerous to fight. But like I said, resistances can help. Or anything that gives you plus effects can help. but
Can I resist with finesse?
Yeah, you can just like dodge, basically.
4.
Okay, on a 4, you'll only take shock to muscles as he just grazes you with it, and it just hurts to move your left arm a bit. And so you take 2 stress.
And he is knocked out.
Yes, so you do knock him out with the mace. What does Gladys do? The guard saw you had a goblin right before he died, so you didn't get to shout about
Just
it.
teetering on top of the goblin.
Yep. Maybe you do close the.
I mean, I don't want there to be a big bloody brawl here, so I'm not going to.
It's time for a spring roll tornado.
Are you done killing people?
Oh, hell no, I'm just starting. I'm now in take the Pope with me mode.
Yes,
Christ.
I agree.
There are 3 holy monks and
We could
probably
take
3 dozen ninjas descending on you.
We can
I
take
don't
a.
think stealing the Pope helps.
Oh yeah, but Metal
it helped
doesn't
us
know
last
that,
time.
so...
Fair.
If you steal,
Carpaldi knows there are 3 monks incoming though.
if you
Yeah, I'm
steal
gonna
their
announce
bishop,
that.
we can spirit him away with my trench coat. Just hide him under it. He's very small.
If you take off the hat, yes.
Yes, you'd have to take off the hat.
It may be molded to his skull,
That was
though.
me.
It may be part of him.
That's where he
God,
keeps
what
all
if that's
his
his whole
powers.
head under
So
there? It's
you-
just
Very tall cranium.
He's actually a carp man. He's got the carp head underneath that.
oh, the bishop.
I'm gonna
face is
throw
just the face is
caltrops
painted on.
like
Yeah.
between as many of the guards as possible and us.
Okay, it's just like establishing a
Yes.
perimeter of intelligence. Okay. So that's just a supplies thing.
Yep.
Um,
Never erased that from last
That's
time.
good. I think that'll give you plus effect if you're defending on them attacking you.
Okay.
So,
So we established with the goblin that was sacrificing things to the snake yet?
have we established that the goblin is sacrificing?
Well, no,
things?
that the cult there sacrifices to the
Right.
snake.
Um,
I don't know where you left off with
They
converting
breed
these
quick,
I
people.
don't know.
yeah, I think you might be siphoning off excess goblins to the snake.
Really solved that problem.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Well,
Yeah, so Gladys, I wanted to throw a spotlight to you there because it's been a minute. So what are you, the situation is going to shit in front of your eyes. What is Gladys?
What a shock! That's never happened before.
Can you make a holy monk tornado and send it somewhere else?
A holy monk blood tornado.
Yes.
Can I use invoke to cast some kind of like calming effect on
Oh, I
the
think the
bishop?
monks are very calm.
I think
Make him kind of okay with the fact that
That I
That'll
just
just-
beheaded somebody
yes,
and then screamed in the
if
dark time.
If I recall the magic rules of this game correctly, I'm pretty sure you had like evocation magic before of some kind.
Lightning.
Lightning, yeah, but there are also schools of magic, and it's like illusory, enchantment stuff, those are all also schools. You can do tier 1 spells of those, you can just only do tier 2 and 3 spells of like your big thing. So if you want to affect like one person with a spell, that's probably possible to do like a little trick.
I just want to lightly drug him.
Well, you have like what? Storm magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, so who are you targeting with this?
Some
The bishop.
electroshock therapy.
The bishop, okay.
Make him a little more, happy.
Yeah, I think this might work if you go hard. So you trade effect for position. So you make this really obvious that you're casting a spell, but or some other consequence, but you actually would be effective with it if you
What if you flash back to making enough drugs to make a drug tornado?
Goodness.
Break the stinky cheese, set the bomb.
Oh no,
What if I
I
just
don't
hold
want to
my
make everybody
axe
poop.
out and you make me the center of the tornado and then you just send me just spin to win at them?
We can do that next time we're in
Diablo
a
2
full
style.
blown fight. Yes. Do you want to kidnap the bishop? Because I don't think that's.
Well, that's going to be my next order to the goblin cultist who has 2 spots in invoking, is to basically either put him to sleep or hold him, or otherwise we need him for a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good idea.
I don't know.
So yeah, you can do a tier 1 spell, that'll be fine.
Alright. I mean, I want to kind of.
Yeah, you and Metal are on 2 entirely
Are
different
you
pages
trying to
at
like
this
knock
point.
him out? Like what's the spell?
Yeah, we can try to knock it out.
Okay, so yeah, so this would be, I think, a dire roll.
Cool. Wait, is that different number of dice?
No.
Okay.
Just, worse consequences.
6.
So you avoid the consequences.
Nice.
So this was on the bishop, right?
Yes.
So he's walking away, just like kind of gliding through the crowd. The rest of the crowd is kind of panicking and screaming and like looking over at the blood or running away. And he's just walking with purpose away from you towards the back of the hall. And then he just falls the fuck over. It just ragdolls onto the floor and it's asleep. So not only on a 6 do you successfully cast a spell, you don't draw attention to yourself with it.
Wow.
As a consequence.
Very nice.
How
He
did
doesn't
you
even just
fail that
ragdoll,
hard
he does
in
the
your
bad ragdoll
negotiation?
where first he flails and then...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
He
not-
does a bit of a cheat mod spasm.
Maybe
on the
I'm
floor.
not
doing a lot
as
of that
fluent
lately.
in light as I think I am.
That he's so.
Hmm.
His arms just kind of go everywhere.
I mean, it was other kobolds I was learning light from. There might have been some translation.
Did I
Somehow his
assure
hat stays on when it up.
Incredible.
Did I get
And Nick is
my
at
golden
work.
loot?
Yeah, you knock out the ninja, you take the loot, just a big golden idol. It's actually a golden idol of that Pope hat. Just like a miniature version.
Nice.
It's still-
I'm gonna put that on the golem's head.
Was the guard that I killed, did he have anything obvious I could loot off him, like, real quick?
Not really. No.
Okay.
I mean, these holy monks, they're like, he would have had nice clothes, but now they're kind of blood soaked.
Yeah. And he was a
Just
monk,
like
so
nice
probably not wielding a
silver
weapon.
robes. Yeah.
So, with all this panic, now that I finally got a loot,
Mhm.
I'm gonna stroll back to the nearest window and lob a chicken crate drone just into the crowd
Okay, causing a distraction.
with absolutely no aim or reason. It's just like, I'm not even paying attention to that situation.
Yep.
I just know there is a situation, have some chickens.
Okay. I won't make you roll for that one, but just say chicken start raining and the crowd goes even more panicked. What's Mel doing?
Tell the goblin to bind
Okay.
the bishop, and I'm going to take a quick look around and see if I assume there's guards someplace.
Yeah, I announced
Yeah.
the three.
Since I mean,
the
he
three
did
doors.
summon
Three
guards.
doors.
Is he
so-
leaving the trench coat then, or are we doing this in tandem?
Well, I was just going to have him magically bind
Oh, okay.
this guy.
Okay, so
I
you
don't
can
have
roll
any
for that
rope,
then.
so
Whatever invoke score your minion has.
two spots. Oh, for the love of God!
Oh.
No matter what combination of dice, 2.
2, oh sorry.
I haven't rolled higher than a 3
I
yet.
know, it's been
Goodness.
really unfortunate. It's
I'm
been
sad it wasn't a
Mel's
3.
No good, very bad day. If only you could do that failure words of wisdom for yourself, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
So we'll say your goblin,
Well,
unfortunately.
isn't it not himself, it's his goblin?
This is the same moment that Gladys casts a spell, and like Gladys is shifting position, makes the goblin stumble a spell, and he binds his own legs together.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
So he's just kind of hopping around now.
That sounds about right.
He was our
It's
legs.
going to be another minion I lose here.
Maybe.
So do I spot guards coming?
Yes, there are 3 holy monks headed towards you.
Okay. Well, whichever one's closest, I'm going to throw.
They're heading towards both you and Carpolomew, who are in a circle of Calthros, basically.
Okay. Well, whichever one's closest, I'm throwing my electrical shurikens at.
Alright.
One of these
You
times.
pry your wrist free from the
Not
pin
mine.
to the other one.
Maybe these.
No way.
Gosh.
Okay, well,
3.
I have good news. You can clear your shock to muscles.
I'm bloodied, I'm not shocked.
That's fine.
Okay.
Your bloody will go away once you clear all your shock.
Okay.
So you're gonna undo that shock. Bloody counts as shock to all 3 bases.
Okay.
So,
Colored those in.
yeah, and I believe once you clear all 3 of them, you're back to normal.
Gotcha. So you stay bloodied even while you have only 2 shock and then only 1
I
shock.
believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you
think
explained
that's how
that to
it-
us in the
yeah.
past.
It'd be really easy to bounce back and forth otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do literally anything.
Right.
Exactly. Well, the trick with it is when you're shocked to something, you have less dice, so it's more
Yeah.
likely for you to make it even worse. But yeah, it's still, you have to get all 3 of them. That's why bloodied is such a nasty condition.
How many
Anyways.
stress would it be for me to possess the headless corpse of the guard that I killed and just charge it at the guards who are approaching?
Possess it and charge it out.
Yeah, with no like finesse intended, just like Naruto running
Spooky
at
headless
them.
corpse.
I think that
To
would be
threaten
one
them.
stress, but it would be an
Okay.
invoke roll.
Okay.
I feel like if you're trying to do some weird magic,
I'm basically
shit,
soaking
it's-
up all the shitty rolls. Everybody else is rolling crits and
Yeah.
6s. So.
I think it was invoked when Gladys's ghost
Okay.
possessed things before too.
I'm gonna do it.
Alright, let's see how it goes.
I'm gonna use a dark card on this. So I'm at 1 die.
Let's go.
3.
3, okay.
Here, go ahead and re-roll that.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
I may as well do something.
Yay.
Might as well.
4.
4!
Yay.
Yay! Moderate success. Okay, I'm gonna, just because it's funny, I'm
Yes.
gonna invoke the consequence of it doesn't go as well as you hoped, essentially. So you possess the head and you fling it and it just kind of tumbles on the ground and the guards just look down to it, look back up at you and nothing
Alright,
really
so-
changes. They keep
Like you were trying to possess the body.
I was
but
trying to
the head-
possess the body, but possessing the head as a consequence
Yes.
seems very funny.
You possess the head instead and just fling it.
At least I can be like ranting in the dark tongue from
Yeah.
the head,
You
Maybe
try,
can
but there's
wiggle
no
the ears at them.
lungs, so it's just.
like a fish out of water.
You have like a tiny version of the rest of your ghost body sticking up. It's massive.
Incredible.
It's great.
I will haunt you, I say silently.
Alright, Gladys, what are you doing? You've knocked out His Holiness the Bishop to
Well, I asked
Travis
him
O'Reilly.
what the hell is your plan
This
here?
goblin falls
Grab
over
him.
as you're talking.
The bishop.
Yes,
And do what with him?
we're taking him with us.
The whole thing?
Like you did with
You
the
can-
goblin.
You can leave the happy behind. But
Okay.
yeah, we're taking their pope. We took the goblin pope, now we're taking their pope.
Okay. So I spur the goblin who hops over with his
Now
legs
you have
tied
to-
together.
You have to convince the Holy Order that you have the real religion too, or just play the same like look again.
Before.
We took your Pope. Now you are on our side.
That's how this works, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're just gonna interrogate him. It's fine.
Can the goblin just drop his magic, or is it binding
Um,
for binding's sake? I don't know how
I
magic
think you
works in
could
this
try to
world.
you could take some kind of action to unbind him, but for now, he's bound.
So as we're hopping over, I give him a look like, is this. Do you want to do this, or do you want.
They're coming. Let's go.
Okay.
Hop off of him.
Yeah, so the 3 holy monks are kind of on
Forget
the
the
outside.
goblin.
I'll hop off of him
We
and
got
go
lots
in
of
my.
goblins.
Just.
Yeah, the monks have surrounded your circle of caltrops now, and they're waiting for like one of you to not be looking at one of them, and then they're
Oh, I'm looking at that.
slowly circling around the outside.
Well, I take his hat off, bundle him up in my extra long trench coat, and
You do what?
cast.
Sorry?
Bundle him up in my trench coat.
The bishop.
Yes.
So okay, sorry to clarify the situation right now.
Yes.
You were in a circle of caltrops.
Uh huh.
There are 3 monks rotating around this.
Uh huh.
40 feet away is the bishop on the floor if you knock him out of the spell.
Oh, well, that's a good idea then.
I didn't realize he was over there. I thought he was right
Yeah,
there.
he was
Yeah, so
walking
did I.
He was
away.
kind of, he was
I
gliding
didn't realize he had
away.
got that far.
Oh, yeah, I kind of pictured him more. I missed swinging, hitting him in the knee, and you dropped him. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he was moving away already, and then time's passed.
I
and he
get
was
you.
away. You were fighting the monk.
Okay.
In that case, toss a handful of explosive candies up, catch them in a tornado, and shoot it at the guards.
Okay, I like this idea. I'll give you plus effect because there are chickens that
If
are
you
caught.
can't,
Uh-huh.
Are the caltrips also
Get
going to get
their
caught in
poke.
the tornado?
It's gonna be a
That
very.
seems like a bad idea.
A
This is
very-
an IED with
You're
chickens.
making a frag grenade tornado.
Yes.
We're all gonna die.
Well,
okay, I'm already
I am aiming it at the guards, so.
Well, it,
who are
when it's
surrounding
exploding
us,
in every
so-
direction.
This is a dire roll.
Cool. That, okay.
Okay, I still got stress points
Yes.
before I become reckless.
I have
Yeah, before you're reckless.
So using my dark heart adds another die, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Look at
Good,
you.
because the extra die was a 6.
That's okay. So who are you aiming this at again?
The guards that are surrounding us.
Okay. So all three of them.
Well, I mean, ideally it'll hit all 3 of them, but
I was kind of picturing a smaller scale tornado, but if you want a larger one, you can pay 2 stress for it. 'cause
Cool.
it would be
So what is
higher
the tornado
stress
just
as
throwing the explosive outward?
no,
explosives,
the
chicken.
tornado, the explosives are in the tornado, so as the tornado passes over them and the candies hit them, they explode.
Okay, I get it.
well. Excellent. Okay, so you've effectively summoned a explosive tornado.
So that
With
uses
caltrops and chickens.
that up as a supply then?
I think part of it too is that
Yeah.
the explosives are swirling around the tornado, the chickens are swirling around the tornado, and
That was
occasionally one of the
unintended.
chickens,
The chickens have
hits
large
one of the
talons.
explosives and just shatters
no.
the chicken.
No.
Chicken
so
shrapnel.
You're
Yeah.
inventing the chicken slurry.
You are sending out of this tornado chicken shrapnel, metal shrapnel from the caltrips on the floor, and like just the explosives themselves. But somehow you manage the winds that all of you are like in the eye of the storm, and it's perfectly fine. As the tornado just sweeps through and murders all 3 of these holy men.
We have
And
invented,
probably a ninja.
we have invented a chicken bomb.
You kill some innocent bystanders, and
That's
I think
fine.
There were
this
no
also
innocent
you suck up most of the chickens.
Just
so fine.
bystanders.
Negotiations. This is how this works.
It was just
Why do we
bloody
bother?
tornado
I
sweeps
don't
through
know.
and just murders everybody.
I would like to stealth.
Okay.
Well, Metal is heading for the bishop.
Alright, he is on the ground, passed out, not bound, but asleep.
Can I send-
And I'm going to assume that the goblin is going to invoke.
Can I
His
send
way out of
Colbert to
his
just
area.
carry him? He's an actual bear. Like he's not been doing anything yet. He's. I
Did
actually.
Bear come to the party?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They probably wouldn't have let him in, but we cheated.
Yeah, you cheated, so it's
Yes.
fine.
Like
Yes, we can tie him onto the bear.
if GM is fine with that,
Yeah.
I would like that to happen.
Yeah, so yeah, you just lay the
Yeah.
bishop over the back of the bear.
With the hat or without the hat?
With the hat. Probably the hat
With the
stays
hat
on
on his
during.
butt.
As
During
you
bear
set
transfer.
the bishop on the back of the bear,
Yeah.
Bartholomew,
Yes.
um,
Did I
You-
successfully depossess the hat?
I think so, yeah.
Gosh, I hope so.
um,
So the sound of things?
Yes.
you suddenly
neck hole's
get
very
a
small.
tingle on the back of your neck,
Look at
which is
these
weird
things.
because you don't have a back of your neck anymore, really. There's just this big feeling of a threat behind you. And you realize there is a ninja there who is like in process in slow motion.
I'm gonna-
throwing a pizza cutter at you.
I'm going to turn around and I'm gonna put up my invulnerable shield.
Okay, is this your defense
I
item?
thought you were gonna block
Um,
it with the Pope.
Can I see this guy, or is he
This guy
still
is,
invisible?
powerful enough that they're striking
Alright,
first.
I've got it. I've got sturdy leather as one of my
Um,
defense. Oh, I have feral senses. It's a defense against surprise. So
Okay,
can I just
yeah.
like step to the side?
Yeah, I think so. So you can use that and you're out of the way.
Okay.
Ninjas in the trees.
Yeah, the ninjas aren't necessarily invisible.
Okay.
They're just very good at stealth. And once they like start attacking,
Yeah.
you just see where the attack came from. So
You
do
shouldn't have
notice this right
attacked,
now,
you broke
but you don't know
stealth.
where the other ninjas are.
Okay. Can
Alright,
I
I'm
put a
gonna-
shuriken in the back of this guy's head?
Absolutely.
I don't even know which dice to roll anymore.
Mine?
I mean, the ones in front of me right now are 1, 1,
You
1,
could-
2, 2, 2, 2, 3.
You could leave me to murder the guy while you just try to move the bishop away.
Now, let's see here. Oh,
Roll
hell,
only the
suck.
ones and give them redemption.
No, I'm rolling the ones that came up higher than a 3.
Yeah, but you've used up the good rolls on those now.
Let's see. No. A 4. Hallelujah.
Nice.
Partial success. Okay.
How sad is that that's the best roll I've had so far?
So I think with a 4, you hit him, you don't kill him. So you
Yeah.
hit him in the head, you hit him in like the shoulder or something, and you can start seeing blood coming down his arm.
Now, what
But,
does the electrical do?
The electrical, basically, we argue would electricity help in this situation, and then see if it gives plus effect. Which I think in this case it would. So say because the electrical.
Most people with a circulatory system would say they would.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So that would give you plus effect here. So
Electrify his blood
yes.
that is spilling all over him.
Perhaps
Taser him.
the
Fly his
shuriken
clothes.
lodges into him for a second. And he looks like he's going to survive, and then it electrocutes him, and he falls off the ceiling, and his smoking body hits the floor. Just the-
Nice.
I want to skulk around and find their vault.
Okay. Give me a scan roll,
At
probably.
least
Or
Kobe's
skull-
still
skull
on
roll's fine, too.
point on the mission.
Is that -1 die because shocked?
If you are shocked to muscles, then yes.
We should have brought the
6.
drill.
6. Okay, then you can clear the
Always
shock.
hungry.
Can I get to establish another weakness if I spend stress during
Yes.
the... Can I establish that they have just like an easily accessible staircase that goes up to the inside wall for like guarding purposes that we could just like run up and jump
Yeah.
off?
I think that makes sense.
Alright.
So they have that. And Kobe, you find that at the back of the courtyard area, right behind the like the stage where they're going to give this announcement earlier, this makeshift set up stage, there's like a statue, and you find sneaking around behind there that if you the kneecap on the statue is a secret switch. So you reach up and press that. It's conveniently in Kobold reach. And
That's
then a
what's
staircase opens up going down into like around beneath the statue.
Good enough for me. Push it again to seal it and leave.
Yep, the stairs come back up and they seal again. And you're out of there.
And then I would ignore everything that they're doing because they always leave my ass behind.
Yes, very fair.
And
That's okay, we're heading for the.
find a wall to hold potion and go start the ship.
Okay, so you can succeed because you're using the whole potion and you got a 6 in your skull. So you're outside. How are the rest of you getting out?
I want to clear a path to the stairs
Oh.
for everybody to...
I'm going to have the goblin cast like a glitter bomb ahead of us,
Okay.
with the hope that if there's any more ninjas, that the glitter's just going to coat them and reveal them.
Give me that invoke roll for
Too late for this.
Did we set up the catapults
A
beforehand?
5.
When we parked?
Probably.
We have deliberately like took time beforehand.
Oh, we
What
don't
is it
need
smart
to.
for
I
us?
have all my minions with me because of
Oh.
the thing.
I
Yeah.
think the consequence for the 5 is he's casting a spell, and you gave him the command to set up the glitter bomb, right? Like that's a
Yeah.
verbal command. So one of the ninjas hears you say that and knows what's happening here. So the spell goes off, but that ninja has already landed behind your minion and just goes to snap his neck. So you can give me a resistance roll on this minion's going to become at least bloody here.
Get his neck snapped.
Yeah, that's right, he's a goblin.
Well, he's going to try and attack the guy, so now I can see
One
him.
of my 2 neck joints.
So you could resist somehow with some kind of roll. Protect your goblin.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna take the shuriken thrower and whack him with it.
Yeah, go for it.
A 6.
Nice.
Full success. Your luck's going back.
Yay.
So he lands
Funny how
behind
pizza
your
cutters fit
goblin.
directly between the vertebrae.
Yes, yeah, so as he lands and is ready to grab your goblin's head to do some neck twisting, just a shuriken just into his neck and he just falls
Feel
over.
Does it make him spasm in such a way that he does crack the neck, but only in a way that feels good? And helps
Yeah, it's like chiropractor shit.
He has never felt
Just
better.
like crazy. Oh, I didn't realize how stiff I was.
Man, somebody rolled a 6.
Alright. I would like to clear a path.
So is that another stress then, Jordan, for resisting?
For resisting with a 6, 1 stress, yes.
Oh, goody. I get to become reckless. and more stress.
Yay! Now metal's reckless. Alright, so you're clearing a path.
Yes, by killing the things in front of us with an axe.
That sounds pretty smash to me.
Yes. I would like to revel in the thrill of the hunt, to spend a stress,
Bunch of you up
To-
there, let us-
once more like just notice an opening in the target's defense to give
Six
additional
against the
effect.
grass.
Okay. So you do find ninjas jumping into your path as you go. So you're going to be at, I think this is A, going to be a dire roll, and
Yes.
B, you're going to be at minus effect here. So your
Alright.
plus effect helps offset that a bit. So go ahead and give me that roll. Let's see what you
Alright.
get.
Anybody want to donate a dark heart?
I've got plenty, you can have
If
one.
we can do that, is that correct?
Yes. you
Okay,
can donate
thank
that.
you.
Go right ahead, indulge.
And if I success on this, I get a dark heart.
Alright.
Oh no, that's 2 1s, a 4.
A 4, okay.
So if you just rolled that
Oh.
as a 3, I could have helped you.
This was a dire roll.
Yes.
So I think you're charging up these stairs, these 2 ninjas land in front of you. You slash through one of them as you go, but as your axe is like in motion in that
Yes.
direction, you don't have enough momentum to bring it down on the other guy. He gets a pizza cutter thrown into you, and you're going to become bloodied by it.
Okay. Am I able to resist that?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to. Can I threaten resist him by making eye contact as he's about to throw and weirding him out?
It's a different skill.
You make eye
Right.
contact by facing away because of the
My
eyes
head-
on the side.
Yes, my head pivots on my neck. It's a 5.
The whole head just goes in the mirror. A 5. Okay, so you're gonna take shock to muscles
Okay.
and 2 stress.
I am out of stress. I am now feral.
Nice.
Alright, what is your thing?
Okay, it is
Paranoia.
paranoia.
Alright, so Metal is Ragnas, Carpology is paranoid. Let's see what that means.
I feel like I can make him more paranoid.
Ninjas everywhere!
So I got my
Screaming
minions setting up the
intensifies.
catapult.
Yes.
I'm having a great time. I have no problems,
So
and it's
you're-
all over there.
You're in the catapult. Carpology, are
Yeah.
you perhaps not convinced there are ninjas in the catapult waiting for you?
Yes.
They're there. They're waiting for you.
I would like to fire the chicken drone at basically right next to my allies to hit the ninjas they're fighting.
Do you have 2 chicken drones?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Hmm.
This
You just have to
was
spend.
It's not a supply item, I guess. You just already deployed it once.
correct.
Most of the chickens got tornado.
Yeah.
It kind of blended. It was a very quick Will It Blend episode of chickens.
Oh no.
I think I probably still have the drone and could do very
Yeah,
creative
I
things
think
with
you
it,
could do
but
drone things.
I'm worried that if I just have the drone able to do drone things, it goes against my
Mm.
science of. It'd be like if I said, "Oh, I dropped the gun, but one of the guns is here."
Yeah.
Nah, that's against the spirit.
Yeah, that's pointless. That'd be like picking up a bullet off the ground. Why would you do that?
Yeah, don't do that. So instead, I think I'd just fire a gun.
Okay, just into the Liz somewhere.
Well, they're up on the wall fighting, so I imagine wherever I see a ninja.
They're
But this is.
partway up those stairs currently.
I have the ninja detector,
Yeah. So you just shoot at a ninja somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, I like
who is
that.
in their way at extreme distance using
Alright.
nothing but a detector, not actually finding them.
Okay, I think this is a. You just mentioned a lot of downsides there, so this is not just a die roll, this is a deadly roll. So the consequences of failing this could be very bad.
Well, there's clearly no reason for me to be doing this mechanically, but I'm going to anyway.
Yeah. You could kill a ninja.
But I'll use my last Dark Heart to make it slightly less dangerous.
Alright.
Immediately a 6, didn't need to use a Dark Heart.
Do you get a crit?
We'll see. Nope, just the 6.
Okay. So even on a deadly roll, the riskiest roll we've done in this game so far, the gun still triumphs.
Incredible.
0 consequences. It maintains its record.
You will never face the consequences
So
of
you
our
just,
actions.
you fire it directly, like you arc it up over the wall. What gun fires?
Very old-fashioned Civil War musket with an extended bayonet on it.
Excellent.
They've got guns! Carpology screams.
You fire it up in an arcing shot over the wall to land on a ninja somewhere in the courtyard, or somewhere up on top of the wall, and you just hear like a Tom and Jerry scream, and then the gun goes off as the bayonet buries into someone and then shoots them. And the other ninja is no more.
That's one less problem for all of you.
Ranged
I guess.
gunblade.
Absolutely. Alright, Metal or Gladys, one of you want to step up on going up these stairs? Carpalmu is kind of stopped and is like looking around.
Is the bear still moving forward?
I think the bear's just following Carpalmu.
I'm gonna push Carpolomy from
They're-
behind.
They're expecting us at the top. We can't go up. I'm gonna try to push through them and get
I'm
run
gonna
back down
say
the
really
stairs.
encouraging, helpful things to
Oh,
him.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I have a rule.
Yeah.
Those of you who went feral,
Yes.
you guys get to do one big
I'm not
action.
feral
Okay.
yet.
You're not yet.
No, I got
No,
one more
not
stress to
quite.
go
One more.
feral.
Okay, so you're fine.
Yeah.
You went feral, you get one big action that costs no stress no matter what abilities you apply to it.
Okay. I want to go full. I want to drop my axe. I want to make the ninjas actually scared. I am going to eat them by going into a mental breakdown
Okay.
as I just like drop everything, and I want to run through them, but it looks like I have just decided to come for them. And I hope to make them quake in their boots and also escape.
Is that not what you look like?
Yes, that is what I look like.
So a
I
wild
think you've done
charge.
this before.
Yes.
I will give you a free dark heart on this.
Okay, thank you.
But it is going to be a deadly roll as
Uh-huh.
you charge through several high tier ninjas.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
That is a crit.
A crit!
A double crit.
Is there
Okay.
anything for that?
There's gonna be. So I think Carpolymir, you just go crazy and you're like, there's ninjas everywhere.
Yes.
And you know, I mentioned that you can do stuff without dispelling stress now.
Yes.
So maybe use your ghostly abilities very wildly and freely,
Mhm.
more than you've ever done before.
My neck is so long.
It's so long. And you just start dashing through walls, like just going back and forth, like combing the place everywhere, just
Uh-huh.
finding every ninja and just murdering them, going to the next ninja, murdering them, going to the next ninja, murdering them. Just one after another. Kobe just sees ninjas dropping off the radar.
They're like ninjas up against the
There-
wall,
there will
hidden
be no
and from behind the
consequences.
wall.
It's like
Hands come through
Yeah.
the wall, grab the neck, and
you saw
throttle.
you fired the gun, you saw one ninja disappear, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess that worked. And then you look away for a second, and then you're whoa, what's that?
My head phases up through the chest of one and eats it from like
Oh, no.
swallows the head and pulls it down into the
Nice.
thoracic cavity.
No.
So Carpalmu is on a mission to destroy every ninja because he's worried about them. What are you
That is the only way to be sure.
Yeah, exactly. So now back to Gladys and Mel.
I just smack the bear on the ass and
Okay.
run.
This is another thing I really hope we're getting a videotape sent to the UPS for.
This is going to have to hurt. This will be the second time we've killed a bunch of their ninjas.
Right?
Yeah.
They can't have many left.
Well, no.
Love conservation of ninjutsu though. If they have one, it has all the power of the others that die.
Would you say you're threatening the bear to move or bantering with it,
I
or
don't know.
Smashing its butt.
Yeah, smacking it on the ass to get it to
You know,
Oh.
smashing a bear is something you can do in Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
Because you can fuck a bear.
thank you for the
Dang it,
clarification.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, what skill are you using here? Because there's still some risk. There's some ninjas lingering here, right? So what are you doing to get the bear to move quickly?
I suppose that would be smash then.
All right. Yeah. So you're trying to just make
Okay.
it hurt so the bear just runs.
Yeah, you're like smacking a horse on the ass.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
That's a 6.
The bear eats you.
Oh.
Yeah, the bear very sadly gives a and starts charging up the stairs away with the bishop kind of like
Poor
flopping on his
Colbert.
back, just ragdolling around, but he doesn't fall
He's
off. the
tied
bear's back.
securely, so
Yeah.
Metal's going to grab whatever Carpolymue dropped
Okay, the axe.
Yes.
and picks up Carpolymue stuff. As we continue to run up the thing, and the goblin is going to cast something to make like oil on the
Oh,
staircase
okay.
behind us
Excellent.
to try and cause people to fall as they try to chase
So you
it
can only do
after.
tier 1 spells, so probably won't coat the entire staircase, but you can probably get like a small section.
Yeah,
of it.
just something.
enough. Yeah. It's a narrow enough gap that
Never mind.
what do you roll?
Ugh.
I expended my 1/6.
You get it all over your own feet.
I think once again, Gladys slaps the bear's ass at the exact moment that this goblin is trying to cast something.
Poor
And,
goblin.
because of that, he casts it at his own feet, and he slips down the
Oh
stairs.
god.
Bye.
Your goblin is in the courtyard now.
Suffering builds character.
That's okay.
And he tries to get up at the bottom of the stairs.
Every
and slips and
goblin
falls
gets
down.
left behind.
He was expendable.
The oil's very effectively
Just
slippery.
get another cultist. We got plenty.
Yeah, how embarrassing would it be for us if we let such a failure of a goblin keep being our minion?
True. You have to be cruel to your
Mhm.
We have to bring it back to sacrifice it in front of the others.
We have the Pope. We have a good enough
That's
sacrifice.
true.
The Pope, by the way, is swapping on the bear in such a way where the part that's attached is moving with the bear, but all the limbs are flying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, 100%.
He started out as a bishop. He got a promotion during the course of this.
Yes.
Yes, no problem.
They're all popes.
I like to think that you guys just only know Pope.
Funny hat,
Yes.
Pope.
Every religious person
Uh-huh.
is the Pope.
I'm an ordained minister.
Pope.
Okay.
So you two are at the top of the stairs with the bear. How do you get the bear down the wall?
Throw it.
I feel like that might crush the Pope.
Tactical
Oh,
bear
maybe.
strike.
Mm.
Tactical bear
Awesome.
strike.
I don't think we have the ability to do that.
We have a bear. What else do you
How
need?
tall is this wall?
I was kind of picturing like 20 feet. It's not like a huge, but it's like a multi-story building.
So, I think I would have dropped shield as well as axe.
Okay, well
You
then-
could have
yeah.
the bear stand on the invulnerable shield and shove it off to the side. So obviously, because it's an invulnerable shield, it'll take no fall damage
It
as
will
it hits
take
the
no
ground.
fall damage.
The shield will take no fall damage. You'll take damage from falling on the shield.
You may be right.
That's a very magic shield, though.
It is a very magic shield.
It's not even a shield.
Yes, it
It
is.
was just a chunk of wall that was.
No, it was an actual shield. I just used it to. That's what I used to smash the wall apart.
They make like an air cushion down there for us to land on.
You can certainly try.
It's like a tornado, but
It's-
not
it's
as
like
violent.
A tier 2 spell, so take 1 stress for it.
And that
Okay.
before. That's how we got the magical crystal shards.
5.
5. Okay. On a 5, you do make the magical air cushion, but it's not enough for the bear.
Oh, good.
The bear's too heavy.
But it will make the Pope survive, hopefully.
Bloody the bear, save the Pope.
Yeah, we could just toss the Pope over and the bear's on his own.
Well, yeah, I don't give a shit about the bear.
Okay, we do that.
Tuck and roll, bear.
The Pope is awake at this point. We've
Yeah.
like bound his mouth. So
Yeah,
he's just
I'm
looking
just
around
going to
wobbling.
kind of grab the Pope and
Just
jump.
arms like-
No joke. If the bear wants to follow us, the bear can
The
follow
bear-
us.
it's not that big a jump for a bear that size.
He doesn't know it's not enough air cushion
Bears are
for him.
dumb.
He's kind of a.
If he can
very-
climb up a tree and down a tree, he can probably climb down the wall if he doesn't
Yeah.
have the thing on his back.
Walls are basically trees.
They are indeed.
So-
They
It's
are.
a secret
Wood.
civilization.
You two and the Pope are safe. Can I
Nice.
get the bear to roll something to get down the
Alright. Well, the bear doesn't have anything in anything that could help.
Bear
However,
sticks.
Bear is going to.
Is the bear trained to use your shield? It is your
Bear
minion.
is strapped.
Oh, okay.
What was it strapped with?
Well,
Well, yeah, 'cause
that's only my
well,
supply. I don't have
Well, I
anything to
assume
supply.
though that you have a thing on the bear when you're riding the bear.
Yeah.
You're not carrying the shield necessarily. So you've got some sort
Right.
of a thing where you could put the shield
Well,
and the axe.
Bear, I do think I would have dropped the shield. I think.
I'm convinced he just holds them like this when he's riding the bear and holds on to
Probably.
it purely with die strength and there's nothing strapped to the bear.
I mean,
That's
Bear's
a hell of a
Bear's
set
just
of
gonna
eyes.
try to like
That's what he
tree,
does.
like claw scrape down. It's
And good.
it's gonna be a skulk, I guess. It's gonna be
So it
disadvantage.
should be a regular risky roll, not a die roll.
Okay. That is a 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
go ahead and re-roll.
the bear is going to become.
Oh, I can reroll.
Because that's all. Oh, you can reroll, yes.
Thank you.
Bear technically
That's a
is
2.
an ally.
That's a
I got a 3. Well, yeah, it's a disadvantage though.
Oh,
Okay, well, the bear.
Now I'm feral.
Now you're feral, so now you're reckless.
Now I'm reckless.
Yeah, you are safely at the dragon with the bishop, and you suddenly become reckless, and you can make one big action here as everyone else is safely at the dragon.
Run up and carry the bear down.
The bear's safe.
Oh, okay.
The bear's already safe.
Nice.
Well, relatively.
Yes.
Do the metal version of leaving a flaming bag of shit behind.
I don't have anything like that.
You just kill another guy.
I have nothing.
Crank the catapult a few extra.
Well, let's see. Since it's a
Cranks.
fortune roll to see whose side the man with the gun is on, I'm going to summon the man with the gun on top of the wall
That's
to
great.
cover our
I like
escape.
that.
After all the ninjas are already dead.
Alright,
I don't know that.
That's
I
very
can't see
true.
the damn thing.
I'll give you 2 dice for this.
Double ones.
A 5. The man with the gun is neutral.
At least he's not shooting me.
But he's closer to them.
I think you just summon, like,
You summon
suddenly
Kobe
appearing
up
on the
there for some
wall.
reason.
Yeah, it's just like completely not fitting in with the setting at all. There's just a cowboy up there. He just appears there and just pulls out a revolver. He pulls out 2 revolvers actually, and just starts shooting everywhere. And it seems like these guns are just endless. They just don't run out of bullets. He just starts firing bullets.
Well, there we go. Cover.
Yes.
He's shooting. You hear the crowd inside, what remains of them, just screaming as this guy just starts shooting literally everything. So you know if you stick around here for much longer, he probably will shoot you too.
Okay.
He doesn't know who he is or where he is. All
In
he
the
knows
meantime,
is
we get to poke into the dragon there.
Any last minute things before you guys depart?
I think we've done enough.
Potentially.
These
We can
people-
finish the negotiations back at our place.
Yeah.
Now we're
That's the
negotiating from a
I'm-
position of strength.
I'm probably going
so-
to take off in the direction of UPS because I can smell ghosts from like many miles away, and probably unferal on the way there, and be like, "What am I doing here?"
Exactly. Okay. So you guys, one way or another, over the coming
Small
days,
ninjas.
make it back to your base. Let's do XP real quick before we wrap up,
Okay.
because we're already a little over time.
All right. We made.
Did
we make progress on our master plan? We found the secret passage.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Your master plan involved getting leverage over the Holy Order.
Okay.
So that you could work
Yay,
on-
I leveled up.
Technically, yay. Both Carpolomue and Metal definitely played into being feral.
Yes.
Look at that one.
Look, I get an
And
action
being
dot.
definitely was a monster. I don't think I used my gear in creative ways.
I was needlessly violent. That's pretty
That's
monstrous.
pretty monstrous.
I also completely abandoned my team to look for money.
That's pretty monstrous.
Although that was the plan. So.
A little.
Gladys summoning a blood chicken tornado is pretty monstrous.
Oh, cool.
That was also using your gear in creative ways. 'Cause she used her
So, yeah.
bombs.
I don't think I can double up on that, can I?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I win.
Yay! You get to pick a thing?
I'll have to figure that out next time.
Yeah. Feel free to take time off.
Yeah, don't worry.
I will remember.
You'll remember when we sit down here next week and I
If
ask you
we're
if
lucky.
you ever did that.
Just take take
So-
the one
so which-
stress to make someone else not fail ability to help them else.
So
Yes.
an action dot is over here, right?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
while you're like finesse or skull or whatever.
Let's see.
I think the chicken drone should be a supply. That makes sense.
As
Oh, that's what you got for this one?
Yes.
Cool.
So you could take multiple
I'd like
if
to
you
do
wanted
that.
to, or just take multiple supplies sponsor. I like that.
I got rid of my probably acid because I have a
Take
whole
your glasses.
potion and knockout mace.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
So I've lost my minion, I assume.
Yes, he was probably
least-
shot by the cowboy.
At least he was a free minion.
Yeah.
Slipping and sliding all over
Another
the floor.
minion bites the dust.
Yes. Sacrificed for
You know what?
You're gonna stop
His-
volunteering for this
His
position.
job was to cover our asses, so
probably successful. Nobody can get up those stairs while they're being slaughtered, so.
we already have that.
Terrific.
Alright.
Yay.
Several people got fun new stuff.
We negotiated.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it went well.
Now we're
I could
negotiating
take-
from a